Iranians celebrating the 45th anniversary of the 1979 Islamic Revolution that installed Ayatollah Khomeini as Iran's supreme leader. Hundreds of thousands gathering this week in Tehran. Young and old alike, including 14-year-old Ali Reza.
Why are you here today?
Because we want to support our countries. And we can war and fight with enemies.
Who's your enemy?
Now, America and Israel.
We speak to this father carrying an Iranian flag. He tells me that he still supports the revolution and hopes Iran's youth will stand by it too.
There is the threat that Iran could get involved in a regional conflict with the U.S., with Israel. Is that something they're paying attention to?
He says Iran has always been ready to confront anyone and that he'll obey whatever the supreme leader commands. Iran Revolutionary Guard military hardware on full display, a staggering show of force not lost on many of those in attendance. Iran is not afraid to use these, this man tells me. The celebratory mood at the ceremony punctuated with the occasional burning of the American and Israeli flags and chants of death to Israel and death to America. This against the backdrop of escalating tensions throughout the Middle East. We met 35-year-old Nilufar.
Iran getting involved in conflict in Gaza, getting involved in a war maybe with the U.S. That's something Iranians are concerned about?
We're not concerned about the war. And if a war happened, we are never afraid. We never deny Palestine and support it forever for make it free. They support Palestine because it's the genocide that happened in Gaza.
Amir Ali Hajizadeh, who commands Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps Air Force, with a measured warning, telling me the Americans know that they should not mess with Iran, and we are not warmongers. We do not seek war either. Speaking at Sunday's ceremony, Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi calling on Israel to be expelled from the UN for their military campaign on Gaza, echoing what a Hamas spokesman in Tehran told me.
We Palestinians need simply to live as free, as secure as any free or secure nation in the world, but not on the expense of a legitimate rights which has been granted by the very international community to us. Today, everybody is talking that Israel is an occupation. That's not me. It's United Nations.
A common perception in the West is that Iran controls Hamas or will dictate what Hamas does.
We are a family, and that is Iran, that is all the freedom fighters everywhere.
So there's not orders coming from Tehran?
No. I mean, they are brothers, and we are also independent, free, freedom fighters.
Earlier, miles away from the anniversary ceremony, we spoke with average Iranians who were concerned less about the state of the 45-year-old revolution and more about the state of the economy, the country's high unemployment and crippling inflation. Shop owner Salman complaining to me the prices go up every day. Adjunct Professor Sasan Karimi at the University of Tehran blames U.S. sanctions.
There are many difficulties, and from my point of view, most of them are related to the sanctions. Definitely we are experiencing tough situation, especially in economic side, but the economy of Iran is not broken today.
But so, getting worse.
Definitely.
Following the Hamas attack on Israel last October, the U.S. issued a second round of sanctions aimed at Hamas officials in Iran and members of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The move targets what the U.S. describes as conduits for illicit Iranian funds to Hamas, a designated terrorist group the State Department has long accused of supporting Hamas with funds, weapons, and training. Back at the market, 26-year-old Maide, one of an increasing number of empowered young women, openly skirting hijab rules.
No, we don't.
Not afraid?
No. We are strong.
She says wages are not even close to keeping up with the cost of living. Many of her friends have left the country to find work abroad. Iranian-born Homedra, who lives in the UK, says during her visit here, she has noticed a difference.
Certainly, from everybody that I meet and I socialize with, they tell me that everything is expensive, prices change on a daily basis. It's really, because of our currency, it's devaluing on a daily basis.
Mehdi, who works at this sweets shop, tells me we are making just enough not to die. Mehdi, unsure of who or what to blame for Iran's economic strain, is convinced U.S. sanctions are making matters worse. Instability, politically and economically, with no clear end in sight.